All right, these guys were so anxious to play, they started early. Dee Atkins and Paul Marquez from Seattle. Let's see, this is a loser's match on the one loss side, so this is a race to 3. Uh-oh. Okay, Paul got in the way. After this match will be, it'll be Shane playing the winner of Brandon Schuff and Oscar Dominguez. They're still playing their match, and the score is 3-3. They're just racking the Hill game. So the winner of that match will play Shane on this TV table. So here we are again. One more round. So like I say, after this match, you have the Shane and the winner of that other match, and that will be the last match of the night. And we start at noon tomorrow. Portland, Oregon, okay? Paul is from Portland. Yeah, the Schuff Oscar match has been a long match. Mitch is gone. Mitch lost his match to Kiamko. I'm not familiar with Paul's game. I'm not real familiar with Dee's game, but I really liked his bank game. And I know his reputation from a few years back. He was real low activity for a few years, but he's getting back into it. His son just turned 14, and he's starting to play pretty good. And I think it's rejuvenating Mr. D. And, one of those Ohio guys, Troy Frank, Corey Dool, Sean Putnam, they all kind of grew up together and whatever, so he can play. In the bank game, he had some really cute shots he came up with. Great shots. I think these guys are going to play a little more cautiously than some of the other matches we've seen. If you want to see the brackets, they are on ctsondemand.com. It's a permanent address for all CSI events. The next big events we will have will be here at Griff's in mid-July. That will be the U.S. Open 8-ball and the U.S. Open 10-ball. And at the same time, a mile away at the Rio will be the CSI World Championships. That's the BCA Pool League, USA Pool League. 300 tables, 6,000 players. Very possibly the best pool show in the country. It's a very, very something for everyone. It's a good program. I believe the score of this game is 3-0, Paul. I kind of started before I got started, so. I don't know if they're gambling or not. If they're playing in a tournament, they can sure have a side bet if they want to. Got to be careful what he leaves here. He's just going to bank the one up and back and hopefully not leave anything that, look at the cue ball. Nice cue ball. Although he can bank that strike ball, roll the cue ball forward and not leave too much. Other than possibly, oh, he's not going to shoot it. See what he's doing here. Okay. Straight defense. There's usually been some action in the room. There hasn't been too much action among the tournament players, but still a lot of them are in the tournament. Whether there is or not, hard to say. Some of the, well, that hung up. Nope, didn't even get that close. Tight pockets, 4 1/4 inch. Some of the larger, shall we call, action players are out of town. We've had some pretty good action the last month or 3. You leaving me?
Huh?
Are you leaving?
No, I'll be back tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I mean, see you tomorrow.
Well, I think you may have to give him that one. You could get that ball out, but not from that angle, I don't think. Let's see what he does. He might. These are tight tables. You can do a lot of things. He's not even going to try. Probably the smart thing. Sometimes just give the ball. The cost of digging it out can be expensive. No, Neil went back to Chicago. David Pete hasn't been in the room ever. I don't think the Marquezes are related. Marco, who played real well, was quite Hispanic. Yeah, the focus of the cameras is the table. We can't be following. These are fixed cameras, 3 of them, high definition. But yeah, their heads are going to get cut off. Their feet might get cut off too. But if you try to see everything, then pretty soon the pool table's, size of a deck of cards. So it's a conscious choice. Thank you, Michael Johns, for the link for the brackets, CTS on demand. And the stream is free, and there's no admission if you want to come down and watch. One Pocket is it's the ultimate watching game if you're in the mode to learn. If you just want to see flash and dash, go watch 9-ball. This has way more strategy, a lot more subtleties. That's why it's called the chess game of pool. This game is liable to be a little drawn out. Ball count is 4-0, Paul over Dee. Game score is 0-0, and this is a race to 3. First place pays $6,000. Second place pays $3,000. And then $2,000, $1,000, $500, $500, $350, $350. Paying 8 places, 29 players, 5,000 added. The Oscar Schuff match is still on there, Hill, 3 games apiece, because that's a winner's side match. No, the finals will be tomorrow around 5 o'clock. The match on the TV screen is a loser's side match, so it's a race to 3. The next match on the TV screen will be Shane Van Boning versus the winner between Oscar and Brandon, and that will be for the hot seat. So the loser of that match is guaranteed 3rd. Well, D's on the board. He pulls this out, I'm pretty sure. Just hit the rail first. Nice deep pockets. The ball count is on the table, is on the screen. The IT guy had to go get a Coke or go to the bathroom or something for 2 minutes, so it was a little behind. No big deal. Players knew what it was. Count is 4-1. And we appreciate everybody tuning in. And if you get a chance ever and you're in Vegas, stop by, say hello. Griff has been open about 1.5 years, non-smoking, all diamonds, exceptionally clean, well maintained. Ball count slides up to 5-1. Dee's got a problem because even if he was to make a shot or two, he can't get out unless he got where he could make that one strike ball and break up that cluster of the other remaining 3. This one, he can just bank, bring it back down towards his pocket, and make sure you don't scratch. He may have come up too far, but I don't know if he'll shoot or not because Paul does not want to leave him that shot. Would be an open shot in the corner, to the corner. See what he does. Well, he did go for it. Well, they're starting to move the route a little bit. Dee needs to break those up because he's going to need a lot of them. Dee needs 7. Yeah. Spin the cue ball, get it on the rail. Well, that's just one move in probably 10 moves to get him back around where he can handle and do something. It's to Paul's best benefit to move balls upstream. He only needs 3. Everything's moving upstream and almost like into the somewhat of the wedge, potential wedge. I think he's going to shoot this shot. He's got to make sure the cue ball does not get behind that 6 or 7 or whatever it is. You know, he doesn't want to hit the 8. Patience is a virtue. Yeah, he's just playing conservatively. The match is over between Brandon and Oscar. I don't know who won. Let me find out. Did you win, Brandon? Well, I know the Brandon Oscar match is over. I do not know who won. I have a feeling it was Brandon. We'll find out in a minute. Because whoever won that match will be playing Shane. And that will be the last and the next match on this table. All right, he's going for this one. All he's going to do is lag it towards his hole. Hit it a little wide. Hey, Kevin, this is Mark. He hit that last ball just bad enough to leave a window. Leave Dee a shot. If he hit that ball right, none of this would have happened. The intricacies of one pocket.
Yeah.
And Travis, you're probably right. But he wasn't supposed to hit it that bad either. You know. See, it's not even near his hole. So he lost the value of that shot real badly. There's a diamond for you. It just nipped the rail. And that was basically pocket speed. I mean, he just nipped the rail. Five to 2. Paul over D. No game score yet. And this is a race to 3. This is one pocket. This is the U.S. Open, one pocket. Did you win? No, I lost. Okay, I didn't know. And the next match on the TV table will be Shane and Oscar Dominguez. The Oscar Dominguez Brandon Schuff match went hill. I don't know how deep the ball count got. I'd recommend going to onepocket.org and looking up the rules of One Pocket, or you can go to the BCA Pool League or CSI. We have rules there too, but onepocket.org is obviously all about One Pocket, so there's some other things you can learn. Pretty straightforward game, but it's got a lot of intricacies. But somebody's got to make 8 balls in their pocket before the other guy makes 8 balls in their pocket. They're always the 2 foot pockets on either side of the break of the rack. Dee is crawling his way back into the game, and I'm telling you, he's tenacious. We watched that in his bank game. Chip, chip, chip. Not much there for Paul. Not much there. Well, I didn't think he had enough to do that. Didn't think he could do that much. That was a good shot. Didn't give up anything. Drove it towards his pocket. Had a chance to make it. It'll probably go away, but you do that enough times, you'll make it once or twice. May have hidden him. Good shot. You're right. Dee's best game is One Pocket. I like it. Paul's best game, too. All right. That should make it interesting. Pretty sweet shot. 6-4. Easily could be 7-4. When a guy gets to 7, the game changes a little bit. Three. And 3. Short but safe. Well, Paul needs one, and Dee needs them all. And all +1. Needs one more. He scratched. Now, when a person scratches, you spot a ball. Cue ball goes in the kitchen, and we go by base of ball, meaning the cue ball base cannot exceed the line. Game. All right. First game goes to Paul. This is a race to 3. The loser is eliminated. These Canadians need to learn how to speak English. Isn't that right?
What's that, sir?
Canadians need how to learn how to speak English.
Yes.
I couldn't understand you.
Especially the ones from the east, like Paul Sauer.
Oh, well, yeah.
Paul says hello. He said hello last night.
Yeah. Did he?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He was trying to get a hold of you on
Oh. Well, I missed him.
Nice bag. Nice break. Yes. Shut it.
It is a nice break. He probably wanted to get another 6 inches up the rail and try to get close to the third diamond and on the rail, but it's respectable. So obviously the left pocket is Paul's. He broke from the right-hand side. That means he has the left pocket. And Dee has the other pocket. It's an alternating break, and the breaker determines which side of the table they shoot from. Yeah, he's got to get the cue ball over to get the rack in between, and that's step number one. I don't see if there's any shot there. Can't tell from here, really. A little scary, but he played it safe. Nothing wrong with that shot. Now you take one of the old-time straight pool guys, let's say Johnny Ervelino, and he had such good control. He could kick into the upstream, come back 2 rails, hit the 3, knock the 3 of the rail, have the cue ball slide off of that into the 13, and stand in front of the pocket. A lot of that stuff's a lost art. Nice try. Very easily could have gone, had a ball to kiss off of. I don't think we'll have a ring game tonight. We may try it, but what do we got here? I think he's in trouble. I can't tell if he hit a rail or not. Hey, that's a pretty good touch. But they're still sitting there. So Paul's trying to protect those balls so Dee can't get to them. Gonna do it again. This time he's gonna make it. Ball count is 1 for Paul. None for Dee. Paul has 1 game. He keeps putting him in front of his hole like that, he's going to win. Unfortunately, there was no protection on that one, but still the same thing. He keeps putting him in front of the holes. He'll end up winning because he'll get protection sometimes.
Cue ball. What are you doing?
Cue ball, what are you doing? Yeah. D might hurt him here a little bit. Probably going to bank the 14 next. These are touchy little banks, but because diamonds shorten up with the draw or with speed, but he can just hit a little bit low. I don't know if he's going to. Oh, he's going for this the 12 or the 10. I didn't know it would bank past the 14. It didn't. I see. Okay. Conservative. But that's okay. Yeah, this is a tournament. It's definitely heads up. You'd insult them if you start talking spots. I think he's just supposed to thin that ball and go way upstream. Maybe even go 2 rails to the end rail. Just like that. He read my mind. Look at that speed, son. He's going for the combination because he thinks he can get safe. Nice and easy. Oh, look out, Whitey. Look at that. Wow. the traps of one pocket. Nice shot. Just, that's just a tough break. See what that does to the ball count. I reckon Dee has 2 and Paul has none. So Dee got rewarded by leaving him long. Length is your friend when you're playing safe. Trying the combination. A lot of times you don't have to make the ball. You know, it's nice, but if you get it near your pocket, sometimes that's worth more. Bank this. Cue ball comes off the blue ball. Maybe get shape on the one. Maybe. Overcut that ball. A little interesting. What's he gonna do? He's looking at that 9 ball, but he's got to be really careful what he leaves. He's got the rack between them and the one come back behind it. Yeah, that's not where he wanted to be. We'll see what happens. Evidently he can see it. I wasn't sure if he got pinched there or not. So. Ooh.
Yeah, stick in there.
Ooh. That didn't work very well. I think he can get out of it okay, but he lost an opportunity.
Look exciting for yeah.
Paul won the first game. This is a race to 3. This is a loser side match. And the ball count this game is Dee has 2 balls, Paul has 1. Matches start tomorrow at noon. And I believe it's the last 4 we'll be playing. So they'll be getting paid in this order, 6,000, 3,000, 2,000, and 1,000. Wow, could have easily scratched. He's fortunate that that's where the cue ball ended up, I think, because when it starts bouncing off the side pocket points. It can go anywhere. It's going to come off the 11, maybe? Yep. Ooh. Oh. Stop it, he says. See, you got to really know what these balls are going to do. This is the most sensitive game of any. He's just going to go up and get the 9 ball and the other blue one next to it, I think. Yep. Ball might be headed for trouble here. Depending how Dee does this. Get the 9, he could get the 3, he might be able to pick off those other balls. If he gets over far enough, he's going to make the 5-13. Then Paul is in trouble. Dee has, or Paul has 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 on the table. Dee has 5 balls, I believe. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. High right. Nice smooth stroke, and he's going to get 3 more, which should be 8 by my reckoning. Oh no, he didn't go that way. It's okay. He's shooting, I'm not. Counting the balls. Always count the balls in one pocket. You must know where you are. You must know the value of the ball versus shape versus everything. Ooh. Ooh.
You got 6 altogether.
See, now if he had made that ball, I mean, I know, I understand, if, but he would have had 7. If your opponent has 6 or 7, the 7 has got to be 5 times more deadly. Because it just changes his options of getting out. He needs 1 instead of 2. Doesn't have to play position. You know. Wow, he's got a big ball here. He could get out from here. Oh Lord. Stuff happens. Wow. He needed 7, but I can see we're 1, 2, 3. I see 5 really easy. If he got the 5, that'd been 6, and maybe the 9, 7. So they were all there. Sometimes he was afraid to hit it with a little more authority. I think he should have, well, you got to cinch the ball. The Oscar Schuff match went hill, and Oscar was successful. Nice shot. That shot where the knowledge comes into effect. It's a ticky shot. Rail first, off the back of the ball, comes off the tangent line, slides right down, makes the ball in the pocket. And, you know, just a tweak different, and he could have made the 14. Very nice shot. That's why you watch one pocket. Ticky shot's really a common shot in billiards. Letting the cue ball leak out a little bit. Taking a little break. All right, well, this is the 2018 U.S. Open One Pocket Championship. This is a loser side match. I believe this is for 9th through 12th. Could be 7th and 8th. I don't have the charts in front of me. If you want to look at the charts, ctsondemand.com. This is being played at Griff Bar and Billiards, Decatur and Twain, or Decatur and Spring Mountain, either one, in Las Vegas. 6,000 for first, 3,000 for second, 2,000, and then 1,000, then 500 twice, and 350 twice. Total of, well, heck, now I did it. Can't remember what it's. It's 5,000 added. 13 something, I think, total prize fund. Nope, there is no should have done 10 ball. This is one pocket. You want to watch 10 ball, come back in July. We have the U.S. Open 10 ball. That's like telling a basketball player he should be playing football. Doesn't work that way. Always watch the cue ball. Sometimes the object balls look funny and do funny things, but it's the cue ball you got to watch. It may end up on YouTube, and it will probably very possibly end up on CSI's YouTube channel. But right now, it's strictly on Facebook Live. One rail, not too hard. Oh no, you played cautiously, and there's nothing wrong with that. Speed's critical. Start cutting the ball, sometimes cue ball can get away from you. Ball count is 6-2, D. The game is first person to make 8 balls in their pocket. Paul won the first game, so it's 1-0. You do not have to bank the balls. You just have to make 8 balls in your pocket. Three foul rule is in effect in one pocket. 3 consecutive fouls, you have lost the game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll end up on YouTube. It might take a bit. That's an IT thing, not a Mark Griffin thing. Looky, looky. Ball count is 6-3 in favor of Dee. All right, David Sapolis, you mean I only have to bank them 2 rails? Don't have to bank them 3? I believe the count's 6-3, but the IT guy is not at his desk, so that's fine. 6-3. Paul had 1 ball more. Yeah, that was because it's a pretty safe shot. Narrowed it up, but he was trying to make sure the white ball stayed behind that stripe up there. Well, that's what you wait for. Wait for somebody to make a mistake. Yes, you can masse. You can jump if you can use a full cue. Very seldom is that exercised just because of the control factor. This is game ball. And there you have it. Game count 1-2-1 in a race to 3. Yeah, one little oops can cost a bunch. And sometimes it just doesn't even take a half a oops. Just give a guy air and it can bite you. That's the most fascinating thing of this game. The defense is so tricky because some people have these little cute shots in their arsenal that others are not aware of or not familiar with or just not comfortable with. I appreciate all the guys that answer some of the chat questions. So, because this is between the 1 pocket and I think he did that 2 times yesterday, just off that back ball and put it right in the hole. But between the banks and the 1 pocket, this is almost an educational thing for a lot of players, and that's great. Introduce the people to the game, and perhaps some of them will play it. And that's good for pool. IT's gone for a minute. The guy took a break. That's fine. So the game scores 1 game each. He'll bring it up to date as soon as he gets back. He's only human sometimes, but he needs a break. These are long days. Eight balls in your corner before the other person makes 8 balls is the win. Had a lot of balls he was just trying to come off of. There's a lot of cute shots like that. I can't fix the score. The IT guy says that. It said I can't even reach it from here. And I think he's in the restroom. The game count is 1-1. Ball count this game is 0-0. Three? No, because that would be pretty sporty. Cliff Joyner was great at those off-angled threes and with the ball frozen to the rail. And we really hope Cliff is recuperating well. He had a stroke down at the Scotty Townsend event. And it's believed he will not need surgery, but he will be going through some therapy. So we all wish him the best. Tough, tough player. Good player. I used to watch Cliff at times take and be spotting guys like, oh, I don't know, 15-7 or so, who knows what, and take 4 or 5 scratches, back scratch. So, you know, pretty soon he's at 19 balls, but he's liable to run 10, 12, 14 of them. When he was at his peak, he was crazy good. At the end of his turn, if he doesn't have a ball, he owes a ball. Always at the end of your turn. Close. And hidden. Good shot. Good pace. All right. See, the IT guy did come back. Told you he would. This is a 9-foot table. Took it out, put it back in.
You're a worker, man. You're a workhorse.
Yeah, I'm crazy.
Don't you ever get a break?
No, no breaks for the boss.
They just started.
This is the third game. 1-1 is the game. Yeah, Jay Helford. You know Jay, the guy that's was in the losers bracket. You know that guy. No, you know Jay Helford, the guy that was in the losers bracket. You know him,
Double
right?
loser?
Yeah, I said double loser. All right. Oh. They're making, these guys will, nobody plays, they're not, they play one pocket, but they don't play one pocket. They're losing that little mental focus right before they strike the ball, I mean, that ball he was supposed to make that ball.
Dee Atkins.
Yeah. Dee Atkins, he's a hell of a player now.
He's like Brandon Shaw. These guys are high-class
Yeah.
players.
Yeah, he's a lot of knowledge.
Atkins won. I know he won the bank pool.
He's won a couple of the bank pools, I think, at Derby City. That's okay. And I'm glad you guys are going to onepocket.org. It's a great resource. And, Steve Booth is one of the reasons why One Pocket is getting a resurgence is because of people like Steve Booth. There's 4, 5, 6 people that are really key in the one pocket revitalization. Grady Matthews, Freddie the Beard, Steve Booth, let's see what he does here. Eddie Robin in his books. And now Tom Worth in his new book, which is getting great reviews. I think Derby City Classic had a lot to do with it. And I just have to throw, like, Efren, it's just his name, because he did such amazing things playing this game that everybody talk about it, which creates so much interest. Yeah, Scott Frost made a huge difference through his power one pocket. Definitely changed the game. You know, it used to be tap, tap, duck, tap, tap. And it could get really boring. Old school was a little tough. But all those people are one of the reasons this game is coming back to a second. I got to mention Matt Rosendahl. Brought back the U.S. Open one pocket, created the U.S. Open one pocket back in,
Probably will.
you know, 94 or something like that.
Well, yeah, might as well.
I took it over in 2004. He gave it to us and said, and I said we'd take care of it. And I agree. Efren, there is no might be. Efren is the most important one pocket player ever. They called for a ref.
Yeah.
We're loose enough here that just a knowledgeable player can. So they must be frozen.
Oh, soft.
Geez, if they're frozen, you can push one stroke through it, but you still got to hit a rail. See, he owes 2, is what they said.
I'll take it.
You'll see pennies or other things on the rail. Well, the penny in the center rail means nothing. If that penny was near the pocket, it means he would have owed 1 ball. 2 pennies means 2 balls.
Hit it, Alice.
Oh yeah, these other guys are really. Shannon Dalton's a monster player. I'm not so sure he changed the game like these, or really promoted the game that much. But and Tony Chohan is in a somewhat reinventing the game because he's just total aggression, and was when he was playing 10 years ago. Tony and Scott Frost both were in a lot of this power concept. But there's a lot of people that, you know, that we can say thank you to, because this is the best game. And, you know, for years it was the old man's game. I mean, pool in general is almost an old man's game these days. Unfortunately, we need to get the teenagers playing, get them off the video games. Good shot. It's going to keep him honest. Well, he cleared that a little bit and kept the cue ball in line. That last ball moving around may have taken away the kick. He doesn't really want to have to kick at that ball in the pocket. Well, there's a lot of the old timers. that was when the game was a backroom game, and I'm looking at what people have, the recent reinvention of the game and the modern game. But Hayden Lingo and some of those other fellows, they played great. But it's if he was playing that, it was a very nice shot, just not quite hard enough. Ronnie Allen, I would have to say, would go you could put him in the game changing. He's probably the first person that really played power one pocket. He really was aggressive at times. An amazing player. Went through more backers than most cities have people. And this is a race to 3. Loser's side match. Next match will be Shane Van Boning and Oscar Dominguez for the hot seat.
Hit the fucking ball.
Hit the ball, dude. Yep. Oh, Danny was a great player. I don't know if I put him in the changing the game category. But I'm not like a world's expert on this, okay? He definitely played good one pocket. And, how about, Squirrel and Marshall Carpenter? I mean, there's a lot of them. They just played great. How about Eddie Taylor? A lot of people just say he was the toughest guy in the world to play against. Why? Because he can make a bank shot from anywhere, and you can't protect yourself from 10 million banks. So, So there's a lot of people. I believe Paul is from Portland. Yeah, the number one ambassador for the game has got to be Grady Matthews. For years. Well, I think he has a bank shot. Maybe not. He doesn't look too happy. But even that's not. He could have had could have done real well off that shot. What you gonna do for a buck or two? Let's see here. Okay. I assume he's banking it in, unless he's trying to take it off the 1. Yeah, bank. I can't tell if the 5 will go or not. I don't believe the 1 will. Next will be Shane Van Boning and Oscar Dominguez for the hot seat. Losers guaranteed 3rd place. Third place is $2,000 prize fund and let's see, how's my memory? 40, 30, 20, and $930 in Calcutta. I'm glad you mentioned that Paul might be on Team Oregon. I know I had several phone calls from a couple people up there trying to do the Oregon versus Washington challenge, similar to what the Las Vegas versus Phoenix challenge. Now, we didn't come up with this concept. It's a concept out of Arizona, which, by the way, I think Phoenix is probably the strongest pool community in the country, particularly for amateur pool. But that'd be nice to know, because eventually we'd like to coordinate all these north-south state challenges, because they can be, you know, in the cities, or city versus city, or north versus south. And like to get a coordinated effort, and we can end up with some real nice team challenges. So. Wow, I don't know. I think Dee has to win. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably about 5 or 6 matches. Dee squeezes everybody. Dee really plays the game right. And he's a great banker. So that gives him some, you know, and he's really, really an accomplished player. And he's not playing his full speed game. He hasn't really, you know, he quit for many years. He got very badly injured on more than one occasion. Oh, did go in. I didn't think it was going to. 4 1/4 inch pockets. Matthew McInnes, if you could email me some of the people to contact in reference to you're calling it the Northwest Cup, I'd appreciate it. I've had been in contact with a couple people by phone, but unfortunately when they phone me, I don't get all the information I need. So it's Mark G at playcsipool.com. Mark G, playcsipool.com. Or Facebook me your information, and I'll take it from there.
Still doesn't go.
There's a name you don't hear very often, Jersey Red. Yep. Even Johnny Irvolino. You know, Steve Cook's what he said. The Cookie Monster. Died way too young. Hell of a player. You can rattle off 100 names. There's all of them. Game count still 1-1. Dee is 5 balls to Paul's 3 in this game, and it is a race to 3. The matches start tomorrow at noon, and they will be finishing tomorrow. I believe the last match is 5 o'clock. I'm not positive. Could be 7:30. Finals is 1 race to 5. You mentioned Jimmy Moore. His son plays in here, Jimmy Moore. Capable player. Not like his dad. His dad was exceptional. And his dad is in the Hall of Fame. Cowboy Jimmy Moore. And yeah, Billy Cardone is still breathing. He's only in his early 70s. If that, he might be just 70. Very knowledgeable player. Boink. Dangerous. Don't know where the balls are going when they collide in the middle of the table. Ervolino was a world champ. He was awesome. I got to know him a little bit last couple of years. Took him to Alaska one year just for the fun of it when I had the room up there. That guy was an absolute pool freak. He would show up at the pool room at 10 o'clock in the morning and leave at midnight. Every day. This guy was not happy unless he was hitting balls. Amazing. You guys are rattling all kinds of names. So let's see what we say here. Cliff Joyner can now move his left leg, struggling with his left arm, no surgery, planning another CT scan. So he'll need speech and physical therapy. So look at, he's making progress. They have, the hospitals and those people are just amazing. I know that from personal experience. I had a double lung transplant 3.5 years ago. I shouldn't even be here. Here I am talking to all you all. My office staff is, they're happy and not happy because they used to make me shut up before. They just squeeze the oxygen tube. It doesn't work anymore. But let's all wish the best for Cliff. In his day, he was, the only person that could beat him was Efren for a while there. These guys ever make a shot. Defense, defense. Yeah, Danny DeLivero was like an Iron Man. He's had a lot of issues and keeps overcoming it. He's over 80 now, I believe. I just saw Champagne Ed Kelly, lives in Vegas, has for years, like 50 or something like that. I can't remember if he said he was 78 or 80. Looks great. Amazing. Let's see, what game is this? The title at the top of the screen should give you an indication, but it's the U.S. Open One Pocket Championship. No, these guys, they don't even know the cameras are there. They're not obtrusive. They're fixed. They're in the ceiling. It's not like you're dancing around cables or anything. Ball count is 5 for Dee, 4 for Paul. They each have a game. And somebody needs 2 more games. If hit it harder, been all right. Well,
Get by it.
yeah, he wanted to get by it. He didn't have a whole lot of room there. Shane won the Alcano-Shane match. 4-zip, I believe. Was fairly fast. Closing the banking dials here.
Mark, you got a lot of Filipinos.
Okay, we got Mr. Jay Helvert back in. I've got a lot of Filipinos here.
Yeah, they work here. They're hanging out here. That's good. If,
Oh, I thought you meant like pool players, like
Huh?
you know.
Yeah, and you got Filipino pool players too.
There's a huge Filipino community, and they all play pool. And
Right.
I think it's they go to school. It's reading, writing, arithmetic, and pool.
You got that right. You got that right. If you can publicize the fact that you have people like Kiemko and Alcano playing here, I'll tell you what, the Filipino community will
they'll
come
support.
out.
They will.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the advantage of if pool players would sign up in advance, so you can take advantage of it. Then they don't understand it. So.
Well, try to get pool players in general to sign up in advance.
No, I know.
Oh, you hit that ball pretty good,
Yeah.
That's a really hard shot. He just didn't hit it quite
Yeah,
hard enough.
yep.
Although, it looks like he hit the cue ball. Yeah, Dee Atkins is kneeling down to see if he can get past that 9 ball.
Dee is playing quite nicely. He always does. I mean, he's got this. He's got that little finesse level that a lot of players don't have.
Now, this is a loser's bracket match, and I think the losers are out of the money. You have to win this match to get in the money.
I think so.
Yeah, top 8.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an important
Nice
match for
result.
these guys. You
Yeah.
get back your entry fee, $350.
Yep.
You know what they say? It beats a sharp stick in the eye. Once you get in the money starts going up fast.
Just makes you feel good. It's like going to work and getting paid. Yeah.
You know, Brandon Schuff just got knocked out, and he's
Yeah,
really
he's
disappointed.
not happy.
Here's a guy that's a professional pool player on the road, and he didn't even cash.
Yeah.
Although he did, I think he did fairly. No, he just got in the money in the bank
Yeah,
pool, that's
yeah.
all.
And you know, it was a tough match, 3-3, and I don't know what the ball count was on the last match, but you know,
He lost to Oscar.
He said he blew it. He said he
Yeah,
made a mistake. I couldn't see it.
He
so.
said he lost to Oscar, and he blew it, and he was kind of lamenting, which we've heard before
Yeah.
a few million times.
Good Lord, Jay, they're respelling your name. It's Toupee, Jay, was T-O-U, right?
Yeah,
Now it's two P-A-Y. Toupee.
I like that.
Well,
I like
that's
that.
cute.
Who do I have to pay?
Yeah, David Sapolis, blackjack.
Oh,
It's
okay.
right there. Send him money.
How much do I owe you, David?
Are the brackets available somewhere? Yes. As always, when a CSI event's going on, ctsondemand.com.
That's easy enough. ctsondemand.com, and you can find the brackets for this event right
And,
here.
yeah, and every event we do. And that means CueSports Tournament Software, CTS.
He's in a quandary about banking this ball because he knows that 15's blocking the pocket. Look at this.
I'm trying to figure out.
He banked that ball 3 rails.
Yeah. That's a pretty sophisticated shot.
Even Dee's laughing about that. He said, wow,
Yeah.
that is a triple hard bank. It's hard enough to 2-rail a ball on a diamond table, let alone 3.
Yeah. And yet, I've seen sometimes Efren would do it and a narrow one and reverse it off. It was unbelievable. This guy was just. That's
Wow.
why he was. That's why he was Efren.
Efren is Efren, and everybody else is everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
I can't tell you how many times I saw Efren shoot shots that no one watching had any idea what he was going to shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm talking about sitting around with a bunch of professional pool
Yeah.
players, and they could not guess what he was shooting. And then he would execute this amazing shot.
Yeah.
They say, wow, where'd that come
Where'd
from?
it come from? He catches you completely off guard.
He's
Yeah.
really the only pool player I ever remember that would do that would fool everyone. He'd make us commentators look bad. I know that.
Well, you guys can do that on yourself. You don't need any help.
Well, you're doing a good job, Mark.
I don't say what color ball they're shooting because I'm colorblind. It's the blue ball. Or the stripe.
Cotton does that too. He's the same way. He calls them by color.
I hope he's feeling better. I think he is, but he had a touch of pneumonia.
He's had a rough time the last few years.
Yeah. It's because he's been so ornery all his life.
Paul can bank this 15 ball into the 8, but
Probably what he's doing.
yeah. He had a, boy, what a nice
Kind
hit
of
he
like
made on
that. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah. He's really just trying to hit the 8 towards the hole.
Well, hey, if you hit it, you got to,
They got a chance.
It's a probability game. Now the ball count is 5-5. Game count's 1-1. Somebody needs 3 balls, and Paul's probably going to need 2 after this shot. And he's probably going to go upstream and then bank that blue ball. Like
Exactly. Boy, he fell a little short there.
Yeah, yeah.
He'd like to be about a foot higher up.
But he's okay.
Yeah, he can still bank
Because
it.
he's not giving up anything.
You know,
Because
he
those
can,
balls are stacked.
he can bank this ball and maybe put the cue ball behind the 6. Let's just
Possible.
see.
Very possible.
No, he's. Well, he just tried to make it.
Yeah. Got distracted. So he should have made sure to lay it up near the pocket a little bit better. But yeah.
You know how strong that shot is if you put the cue ball behind the 6? It almost doesn't matter where the 2 is.
Correct. Well, we got a 6-5 game.
They're 1-1 in games. It's a race to 3 on the loser's side. The winner is in the money. I think they're guaranteed $350.
Correct.
The loser gets a goose egg and a pat on the back.
Is he kicking it?
Yeah. Boy, this is a dangerous shot.
Yeah.
That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, he hit it pretty good.
He hit it real good.
But the possibility of hitting it bad is sometimes, it was still pretty close to the rail, but if there was any more room, he could have got himself in trouble. Is he going to go 4? I don't think so. Yep.
He hit that ball good. Oh, wow. Boy, it really shortened up.
Really shortened up.
Paul's going to have a shot at this.
Mm-hmm.
These are not easy shots on this table, I'll tell you. Tight pockets, 4 1/4 inch. You got to swish them. He made it. That's huge to get on the hill.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, the difference between being on 6 and being on 7 is like 5 to 1. The pressure on the other guy, because the guy that needed 1, he just, as long as he doesn't scratch,
He's in control right now.
absolute control.
Especially with the balls up table. He looks like this guy likes to shoot. He's going to shoot at the 9 ball.
Yeah, he is. Oh, I don't think I'd have done that. I mean, not at that speed.
This Paul, I've never really seen him play
Me
much.
either. He's playing pretty good, all in all.
He's a very offensive-minded player. He will go for it.
Is that offensive minded or is he just offensive?
I don't know him that well, like I said. D could bank this 13, but this is where Dee Atkins is actually really good.
He's a
The
pincher
end
boy
ga-
at the end game.
Yeah, the end game, he's strong. He knows that if he banks at this ball, he's got to be really good. He doesn't want to give up a bank.
Doesn't want to leave a short rail.
Yeah.
So if anything, he wants to bank it short so it ends on the short rail.
Wow, look at this. Look at this shot.
How interesting is that? All to keep the cue ball in line, pretty much.
He's coming with some shots there.
That's the first time I've seen that shot in this whole event. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he can cross this ball or not. No, he's just playing safe. Hey, Mark, when this game's over, I got a proposition for you.
Oh, you're going to proposition me?
Yeah.
Well, you're in the right town, but you're with the wrong guy.
No, you'll see. You'll see. You'll like it. You'll like my proposition. You watch. I'm going to see if I can help you grow this event. God damn, man.
Well, really,
Jeez, back to-
Paul took 5th in the 2016 West Coast Challenge 1 pocket.
Yeah.
That would have been Chris Schwartz's room.
Right.
If that's the case,
right.
that was a strong field.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah. I've been to his room, but I've never played in a event. I don't play anymore with my eye.
I actually directed his events in 2015, but not the following year. I think Kenny did it the next year. Lee
Was
liked it.
he was in his old location when you were there. Then, right?
Yeah. I love that old pool room.
Yeah, that was a fixture.
Yeah. His new pool room to me is kind of
I
flat
agree.
and ordinary.
I agree with you.
It's like just a big box.
It's like a little barnish. Yeah, but he does well, and he's great for the game.
Well, yeah. Thank God for guys like Chris Schwartz, because he's a huge supporter of professional pool.
And then here's a typical thing. He's got something, wants to do this, wants to do that, and the city made him jump through so many hoops. It took him like a year to get the permits that it should have taken a month. He had the mayor. They changed this and never let him do it. And got rid of tenants in the mall and moved this and moved that, and then just jack him around like that. If the landlord hadn't not charged him rent and everything, he said he'd gone bankrupt. That's crazy. What is wrong with these city people?
Listen, Mark, you and I have been in the pool room business a long time, and boy, some of the things we've had to go up against just because we want to open a pool hall.
Yeah.
And I put that in quotes. I never used that name. I said billiard room or I said sports bar. But
here's another pretty sporty shot. When you're doing 2 rails, it's tough. They're
very tough,
real hard to judge.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. Very hard to gauge the 2-rail shot on this table. Are they on a break? Oh, they're taking a break now. Mark, let me ask you something.
Sure.
You guaranteed in the bank pool? Did you guarantee 2,500?
Yeah.
And it would have been 5,000 with the.
Actually, yes, it would have. We were basing it on 48 players.
It would have
full
been.
field
And
was
what
48.
about this one? This one
This
you
is
guarantee
5,000 guaranteed,
no matter what.
no matter what.
Well, here's a proposition I got for you. Next year, you guarantee. I want to see you where you're on equal footing, where you can compete with these tournaments back east and be more attractive. I want you to guarantee the 5,000 in the bank pool and guarantee the 5,000 in the one pocket, and I'm going to throw in 2,500 for you.
I'll take it. You want to pay me now?
No.
Well, I tell you,
You hear what
there's
well, you
always
just,
a clause.
Well, you just no. You just guarantee
Yeah,
it,
5 and 5.
and then they
Yeah,
don't base it on nothing.
yeah.
Because now you got 10,000 in.
I'll
Okay.
do it. Cool.
And I'll be
I'll go for that.
All
right.
Listen, I helped Greg out for
Yeah.
4 or 5
Yeah.
years. I can damn sure
Yeah.
help you out too. And as far as I'm concerned, anything I can do to help professional pool grow, particularly, I consider this West Coast.
Well,
I
we're
want to
West
do
Coast,
that.
yeah.
I want to do that.
Well, we've got there's so much moving to Vegas right now. I mean, players are moving. We got Oscar. We got Mitch. Donnie Branson moved here about 5 years ago. You know, you got lost the kid's name. Perez, Manny Perez. He's up near Petaluma, but it's close.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Maybe we can get some more out here.
Well, if next year this event will be a lot bigger, just because we won't be on top of the
Well,
Scotty
who knows?
Townsend.
Who knows what? I just want to help you
No,
make
I
it
appreciate
where
it.
it's really attractive to these guys. And I mean, I understand why they play in these invitational fields with the Giants, Calcuttas, and stuff like that. But there's a lot of other players that might come.
Yeah. And I like the 350 range entry fee more than the 1,000.
I like 250 to 350 in that range.
Right, yeah.
Maybe you keep the bank pool at 250 and the one pocket
This
at
year
350.
it was 200 and 300, and 40 and 50 was the green fees.
Why not just make it 240 and 340?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Could you do that if you
We
got
can-
full big
sure,
fields?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's
You give
I've
them a
always-
$10 break.
Yeah.
And you know what you could do? You could do it.
We used to give if you get in both of them, you get a little discount.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. 250 and 350. That's what is that? 600.
yeah.
And if you enter both of them, it's 575.
Yeah,
Think about that.
we can do something like that. We just
Think about
this
that.
one was just a, you know.
Well, I felt
Just-
bad for you because you couldn't get enough. You couldn't get it. It turned out you got decent fields.
Yeah,
but
I'm not unhappy.
To me, there's no reason why there shouldn't have been 32 in banks and 48
Yeah,
in one
yeah.
pocket. No reason.
Yeah. Well, we bumped into that, which even so, they only took 16 players, but they took a lot of players in the bar table 9-ball they did down there
Yeah.
because of the Calcutta. They
Right.
had 128 players.
Right. I'm aware of that.
Which, by the way, now the the Matchroom U.S. Open 9-ball. It's I'm hearing that's going to be a 256-man field. That's a big
Really?
field.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be a longer event.
Well,
They'll probably extend it.
They're going to do something. It's probably going to be a
Why did it?
$1,000 entry fee. I'm betting.
I've done 256-man U.S. Opens. There were 2 of them that we filled the field, and we played 6 days on 16 tables to do that.
Well, I don't know, but the European mental process is a lot of single elimination.
Oh,
So
you know
they
what
may
they'll do?
change the whole
They'll
thing.
put
Yes,
them in. They'll
uh-huh.
put them in groups,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
and then when they get to 128, they'll play single
Yeah,
elimination.
or 64. Yeah,
Yeah,
and get it. They'll change. It'll be a different concept a little bit.
Well, if they put them in,
Who knows what they're going to do? But they know what they're doing. Yeah,
yeah, they might make it all 4-man groups, round robin, the top 2 in each group. So now you got 128 players, and they're in the money, the last 128, and then they play single elim.
yeah. They may not even do that. They may just play single elim.
They won't play double elimination all the way.
No, they'll play single. I'm thinking they'll play single elim down to the top 32 and then go double or something like that.
No, I doubt it. They would go the other way. They go double first and then single.
Well,
But anyway,
I don't care for coming out of the chute and being single because the guy's not going to want to spend $4,000 to play one
Right,
race,
right.
But they'll be long races.
I'm thinking you're right. The European mentality is to put them in group stages first, and there might be 64 groups of 4 players in a group.
Yeah, or
Okay.
something. No,
and
I've
then
seen
they'll
it.
play. You only got to play 2 to 3. Let's see. You could play 3 matches. It's possible, But and there'll be shorter races, like maybe a race to 9. Or who knows?
Now
Maybe
there was
less.
a sporty little shot.
Whoa.
He made a ball out of turn up in the left-hand corner.
Yeah.
7-6. Now he's just going to make this ball, and there's going to be 2 balls on the spot.
It's getting interesting.
Yes, it is.
All the time I'm rapping away here.
Well, that's okay. Somebody mentioned, didn't the old Reno Open get 300 people? They got way up there a couple of years.
Not 300, because I ran the tournament. We did get fields over 200 players.
Yeah, that was back in, what, like 95?
You know, the U.S. Bar Table Championship one year, I got, I had 169 in the 9-ball and 219 in the 8-ball.
We were right.
That was the most I
yeah,
ever had.
Yeah, we were right. We hit those numbers. Then we added 10-ball. We got some pretty good numbers.
Yeah, you went
It's-
three
yeah.
events.
It fell off, and then the hotels just got kind of funky up there. I hated losing that event, but we had no option with the way the hotel treated us.
Do you know in the 12 years I had it, I moved it around 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
It went to we ended up at the Sands.
Yeah. We're going to bring that back. It doesn't work in Vegas. I'm really kind of, we haven't had time to look, but I want to put it in Midwest.
Why not?
Ohio, Cincinnati, Cleveland, St. Louis.
Even
you know.
Texas?
Yeah,
don't like that?
you know,
Why not?
well, there's getting to be quite a few events in Texas, but Texas is the pool playing fools, you know.
Yeah. And it's a hotbed for bar pool.
But I think Midwest hasn't had a good. Look out, he needs one.
Boy, he hit that ball good.
How'd he hit it? Ooh, it floated.
It rolled out a little bit,
Did.
I think. Just
Yeah.
a hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
It did.
Well, that's the way it goes. Meanwhile, he's got it
Yeah.
buried pretty good in the pocket here.
And, you know, the tables they're basically level, but they're starting to get stuff on them.
Dee has got to make this ball.
He's got to make them both. He's got to make this one then scratch.
Yeah.
Bingo. No.
Nope, it's
Grazed.
coming off.
Grazed.
I'll tell you what, this might be the toughest table in here.
It's 4 1/4, and it's getting humid or something. It's getting sticky.
You notice as soon as that ball touches a rail, it comes off.
Mm-hmm. Well,
We're batting some ideas around here. That's good, but I want to kick something in with you next year. We'll see how it goes and see if just take that qualifier of how many players away. Just say it's 5,000 ahead at each
Yeah,
division,
yeah.
and we'll see what happens.
because, you know, we have the 8-ball and the 10-ball, and they were 10,000 added both
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
Then we're going to do the straight pool here. But the main thing I want to do with the straight pool is I want to announce the dates fairly soon. See if we can get some qualifiers going. I don't care if we have a big field. We can have 16 players. I don't care. I just want to continue it, you know. We tried it
don't.
out on the East
You
Coast,
don't.
and believe it or not, it just didn't get any traction.
You know what they did in the old days, Mark, with straight pool? They'd invite the 16 best players and they'd play round robin.
Yeah,
but it took like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So that means everybody played 15 matches.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we could do that now, but we'd have a tough time determining who the top 16 players
you
are.
could- you
It's
could-
like a dead game, but it's not. It's such a great game.
You could find 16 good players.
Oh yeah, they're there. Just,
I'll tell you what, you and I have both seen this. It's the quality players that attract the crowd, you know, and the interest.
it's just that we could have Moscone and Minnesota Fats and Effernall in here, and the newspaper still wouldn't recognize it.
You got to spoon feed them.
Yeah.
You got to spoon feed
He
them.
nipped that ball,
Yeah.
that corner ball. These guys are struggling with the break.
Well, every table break's different.
Yeah,
you got to
but-
practice your break on each table. I found that out.
I played on this table the other night. I didn't even come close to scratching, but then I didn't come close to making
You
a
break
ball.
that way?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I put the ball at the intersection of the 2 diamonds. One diamond up, one diamond out.
That's not bad. That's not bad. You use a lot of inside English, am I right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, his English killed before he hit that ball. You could tell he hit it flat. And that's why it did
If
what
I'm
it did.
feeling good, I can't do it now because I just don't play in my item. But a lot of times I used to spin the ball. But you have to have good timing for that. And the ball almost has a tendency to hook into it. But you don't want to hit that second ball full because funny things happen. You know that. Going right in. Wow, that's a little too close for that hole for comfort.
I'm not sure about that shot.
Yeah.
I don't know where Dee was going there. He's lucky the cue ball didn't go in the drink.
Absolutely.
See, here's a situation, Mark, where he could bank that 8 ball and put the cue ball up table. It's hard to shoot the 1 because you see, even if you shoot the 1 and you hit it, the cue ball's not going anywhere. It's going to bump into that 4 ball.
Yeah. Yep.
You can almost shoot the 8 with immunity. Well, he's just going to stick it, but
Yeah, he's trying to get some balls on his side. I mean, it was
Yeah.
he got some value out of it, but he's going to be back. He's going to be stuck here. He's going to come off that ball.
you can be putting behind
he
the 7.
could come behind the 7. You're right.
That's what he wants to do. And he did do it. It's better if he freezes him.
Now he took away his banking lane too.
Right.
See, that's you got to keep those banking lanes open.
But yet, there is a safety there coming off the edge of the 8 and going up table. Like I said, if you shoot at the 1, you're only trying to make, you can only make 1 ball. But I don't know if he's considered that. Oh, yeah, this ball is going to, he can make this ball off the side of that.
Yeah.
What is that, the 10 ball? 12 ball, maybe?
Really?
He's going to shoot the 7 off that ball. There we go.
And off that ball. I didn't think he
Well-
could cut. I didn't think it was going to go straight in.
Yeah.
He was getting real creative. Got a chuckle from Paul.
They're both laughing about some of these shots. But that's a good shot. There's nothing wrong with that
No.
shot.
Look, mostly because the cue ball's in the proper
Yeah,
place.
look, he's
Yeah.
putting the ball over near his pocket, and he's moving the cue ball and hiding it.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
you can't be straight defense. You got to have some offense in there.
this is a dangerous shot right here.
He's going
Trying
to
to
put
shoot
the cue
the
ball's
7.
going to get stuck, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, he just
Yeah.
hit. He keeps hiding, but you see, when you keep hiding the cue ball on the side of the pack, where your opponent is going towards his pocket,
It's dangerous.
yeah,
I said earlier, there's a couple of basic rules, and that's one of them. Don't freeze the cue ball on the opposite side. There's going to be some cute little shot there. They're going to be frozen. You can almost push through it. And, you can move a lot of stuff.
and it's a lot easier for him to play safe off that side of the pack.
So,
There's things he can. Boy, look, he's getting ready. He's getting ready to shoot into these balls.
Yeah, let's have somebody watch.
Call referee.
somebody.
Don't make me referee, you
Yeah,
guys, please.
One of us is going to get nailed.
I don't want to do it unless I'm getting paid for it.
Well, there ain't no possibility of that.
Yeah, good. Here comes Jimmy Moore. Good. Let
he's
Jimmy
capable
call.
of playing.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Jimmy Moore a minute ago. Somebody was there. Well, this is Jimmy Moore. And is son of the real Jimmy Moore.
The great Jimmy Moore. No, what I meant, Mark, is sometimes when there's a gambling game going on, and I'm sitting there watching a gambling match for big money, they want me to call a hit, and I say, I won't do it. That's good. That's good. Good call, Jimmy.
That is the fear of putting the cue ball on the opposite side of the
Yeah,
rack.
exactly.
If you can set yourself up for a lot of pain.
You're playing with fire. He's okay. He got away with it there, but look at all the balls. Look where all the balls are. They're all spread. If D gets one shot and makes one ball,
He's liable to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he going to kick in behind these balls, spin it a little bit?
That's what he's going to do. Look at this.
Yep.
Look at.
Yeah.
It's like
The noose is getting tighter.
you took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah.
This match has not been going on very long. It's started at 5 o'clock. I don't have a watch in front of me.
It's probably close to 7.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't it?
Yeah, 6:51.
There you go. I got a clock in my head.
Time flies when you're having fun.
There's lots of other matches going on. Shane's warming up. He's getting ready for his 7:30 match.
Yeah, he plays Oscar. As soon as this match is over, they come up. And remember, this is only a race to 3, so we got one guy on the hill. So
Now, when Shane plays Oscar, that's a race to 4. That's the
Winners-
hot seat
yes,
match.
sir.
Isn't it? Yeah.
that's what I thought he was going to do, and he got away with it.
For a while.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I like Paul's demeanor. I don't really know him, They're putting together, he's part of Team Oregon, I guess. They're doing a Washington, Oregon thing, this
Good deal.
Northwest
Good
challenge,
deal. Good deal.
and similar to what the Phoenix and Vegas is. Now that's
Right.
here, January 5th and 6th. The
Good.
Vegas comes here. We went down there
Wow.
last year.
Wow. Okay. Paul's going to have to keep escaping. That's a blocker too, that ball. See, as long as Dee has the upper hand,
This level of play is really kind of good because, I mean, they're both playing well, both playing intelligently. There you go. That was a nice little shot.
he cleared 2 balls out and actually put 1 ball close to his hole.
D could not take advantage of what he set up or got in position to strike and couldn't quite get it.
He's about ready to lose more balls too, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Yep.
He needed to somehow find a way to
Yeah,
put
because
Paul
he
up
needed to
table, and he
protect
never
him a little
did.
bit better, yeah. But these guys play good enough and fast enough and aggressive enough that it's keeping everybody's interest. you know?
Right. When you got guys playing one pocket and looking at every shot for 2 and 3 minutes, that's when people,
Put you to sleep.
they start talking bad about the game. I like a 1 minute shot clock for one pocket, and maybe they get 2 extensions in a rack.
I'd like to try. It's been discussed. Nobody's ever really done it, I don't think, but use a chess clock concept
Yeah.
in one pocket.
Well, I'll tell you what I've seen that has worked, and some promoters are very resistant to it. What I've seen is it works really well, and the best players still win, is the 4-ball rule.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
We have,
I-
and what exactly is that? I've heard different versions of it, but
Well, as soon as there's 4 balls within the head string, the ball closest to the end rail spots up, or the ball closest to the head string. You go one way or the other.
yeah. But even so, you could have 6, 8 balls on the table. If there's 4 up there, you bring one back.
You bring one back.
see.
1 ball spots up.
I think Grady-
I'll tell you
Grady-
what.
yeah.
Yeah, Grady really created that game.
But he also did it if over half the balls had to be. There was another condition somewhere.
Oh, I
in
don't
there.
know about
Yeah.
that. But I've played tournaments in LA where we've used that rule, and I'll tell you what, there's no long games. The longest game you'll ever have is a 45-minute game. You'll never have a game last. Well, there's never going to be a wedge like the Varner
Yeah.
wedge or anything like
Well,
that. It just won't
yeah,
happen.
Yeah.
And the best players still win, Mark.
Yeah.
The best players still win. It's that simple.
Yeah. The wedge game should be illegal.
Well, that's what hurts one pocket. Nobody wants to watch that.
Well, you can't watch it. You can't. It just destroys the tournament. They're having all kinds of issues with Derby
Wow,
City.
that ball reversed on him. Uh-oh, look out. Here
There
it
you go.
comes. Paul Marquez has a chance right here.
So what you do? Those 2 stripes, he can't tap them. I don't think he can hit them. Maybe he can. If he could make a 3 and just tap them, but I think he's got to try to get down here on the 13.
Is that the 13 or the 11? Yeah, 13 ball. Now
So
it looks like
maybe
he's trying to tap
He
that
might be
first
able
ball.
to tap it. If he can just.
Yeah, he did too. Uh-oh, he might have blocked him up there. Well, he
doesn't look
can
too
cross
happy.
the 7 ball. He's not happy, but
Yeah.
that is a bank.
Yeah.
That is a good bank.
Yeah.
You know, you got to take what the table gives you, and this is what you
It's-
got. You got to.
You can't force it sometimes either.
Right.
Try to get greedy.
He did exactly what he wanted to. He broke those balls up, but
Yeah, he just slid off a little bit or hit it a little, just a tweak too hard where that ball came down.
if he's
It just
shooting
looks
it,
to
that
me
means
like he
something
can
that will
make
go.
it.
He's shooting it like it'll go in. Uh-oh, he babied that ball. He
Got a
barely
rail.
he barely got a rail.
Yeah, but he gave up the ball.
That's no good.
You know, that's the 3rd time well, he did hit the rail that time, but
Yeah.
2 times he's not hit the rail earlier.
Well, that's pretty disappointing to only get 1 ball from that spot.
Mm-hmm. Really, he's not going to cut the 7 in, huh? Probably, is he shooting over the ball? No. Well,
He's
looking
banking
at
this
this.
ball.
It's a pretty, yeah. I thought he was going to cut the 7 in, but it's pretty strong.
It was a pretty thin hit.
Yeah.
He made it. He made it. Uh-oh, watch out, D. He ain't going to like this either. He's not going to like this much. He said, what happened there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. And he hit that ball good.
He did hit it good.
Oh, boy. Looks like he's going to shoot the 5 into the 8. You know, if he hits the edge of the 8, both balls are going to go to his side. He'd like to come across the 8 ball almost as if he's banking it
I don't
with the
think
5.
he could hit the 5-8.
You know, that's what he's looking at right now. How much of that ball can I hit? Well, he got down on it like he could shoot it, but I get now maybe not.
I would,
I don't know.
if I was him, I'd try. No, I was going to say go rail first and then the 8, but I don't think you can.
That's what he wanted to do. That's exactly what he wanted to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got a traffic jam near his pocket, but he's got to find a way to get a shot. Dee Atkins has 1 ball.
Tomorrow, all the matches start at noon, by the way. Noon,
You'll be down
2:35.
to what? 8 players tomorrow.
I can't remember if we have,
Do you have another round tonight?
yeah.
Oh, okay, then you might be down to 6 players.
I think
Yeah, I think so.
I think we have 3 matches tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the
3
charts.
rounds?
Yeah. Which
Yeah,
would
you
be
gotta- you gotta get down to-
noon, 2:30 and 5 if that's the
Yeah.
case. But yeah, the last match is coming up at 7:30, and that's Oscar and Shane on the winner's side.
Then you got to keep playing tonight.
Yeah, one
There's
more
more
match.
pool.
Well, this is great. We're only playing 4 rounds a day. That's great. You know, it's still 8 hours of pool, but
It worked
nobody's
out
killing
good.
themselves. On April 7th, here at Griff's, we have a 3-man Fargo team tournament. It's kind of cool. And the total Fargo of the 3 members cannot exceed 1,700.
Okay.
So you can't have great players. You can only average like 570 a player. You know. So that's kind of fun stuff. This Fargo thing is going to change pool. I've been saying it for years. You have such a great measuring tool.
We needed something like that.
Yeah.
It's like a batting average in baseball.
Yeah, bowling average.
Yeah, pretty imperative.
Yeah, golf handicap. It's some pretty sophisticated math. What are we doing here? Cutting this ball in the corner and
Missed
look
it.
out.
He missed it. Didn't give up much.
This table's just gotten a lot of play in the last 3 or 4 days between the banks and this and that. And it's well, yeah, we clean the tables all the time, and you can tell that you don't get your hands dirty or anything. We wax the ball, we don't wax the balls. We polish the balls.
He can see the 4.
Yep.
It looked like, see, from our point of view, I thought he was.
Well, this guy's in trouble now because Dee is he's gonna get him some balls.
We might go hill in this match. Oh my
Lord!
goodness!
See, you see what I'm saying? They're just
I spoke too soon. Wow, look at this.
Yeah.
He had a whole bunch of balls out in the open.
He was more concentrating on breaking those 2 balls up.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just, and that's just, wow. I thought I was the only one that did that.
This is a nice shot he just made. I don't know if he's going to get rewarded, though. I don't think so.
Wow.
He's the kind of guy that might try to cut this 3 ball, but it's Dee Atkins.
He may just shoot the 5 come off the rail, take that ball out and get the 5 out of there and just give him the ball.
Yeah, he better get rid of that ball.
And maybe follow the cue ball a little bit. He came very close to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-1 this game.
Got away. He's good. Tricky shot. They're hard when they're that far away.
Oh, yeah. It's a nice shot when you're a half a diamond away from your pocket. When you're half a diamond away from your opponent's pocket, it's guesswork.
Yeah.
Paul doesn't necessarily have to break up those 4 balls that are clustered over there because none of them go into Dee's pocket. He's looking at, do I have a path for a 2-railer? He might if he can get past that 9 ball. Is that the 9? No, it's the 13 ball. If he can get that second rail past the 13, no. He hasn't found anything he likes yet. He's going to try and bank this ball, but yeah. He did okay.
He did about as good as he could do with where the
Yeah.
5 ball was.
Well, they're going to play back and forth with this 3 ball a little bit, I believe. I don't think, yeah. Hit that one better. He'd like to hit, he would love to hit those balls and break them open a little bit. Now, Paul could bank this 13 into the other balls, but he's got to be really careful if he does that. Hold the cue ball.
I think he's supposed to just get it out of there and put the cue ball, and put the cue ball between the 8 and the strike, but he let it float too far.
You're exactly right. He wanted to lay the cue ball right up on that 8 ball. And it peeked its nose out, and now Dee can shoot that 13.
Yikes.
Whoa.
He's made a couple of those. He likes that shot. Doesn't like where the cue ball ended up.
Well, he's got the 5, and the 13 will go if he can get to it. But when you're on the rail like this, you can't maneuver the cue ball very much. I'm not sure what he was doing. Playing for, there's no bank. I don't think he can see those balls up at the end. Yeah, that's.
Well, Dee has to win this game or it's all over. Because it is a race to 3. Paul has 2 games.
Well, he's trying to break that cluster of balls up, and I don't think, I don't know if anything goes there. I'm not even sure if the 9 ball will pass the 13.
I don't think it will.
He wanted to break them open, and as you can see, the 8 and the 15 are still locked together, except now the 13 has joined them. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Paul Marquez has nothing. He's coming up blank right now. Well, he took a swing at that bank shot. This one can be crossed. Dee Atkins is a excellent bank pool shooter. He's won the banks at Derby City.
Yeah, he is real good at banks. That's and the similarities between banks and one pocket will really help him. Notice he didn't hit it with a lot of high ball because you'll scratch up in that corner if you put a little high on it. And we've all done that, so he
hit
avoided
center ball.
that. Yep.
He hit center ball.
I remember that shot. Cost me a tournament. Way back when, up in Anchorage. Sure enough, made the ball and scratched. It was a game ball.
Wow. I got a couple horror stories like that. But being a good bank pool shooter is a huge advantage in one pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're banking so many balls in this game.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see where that 813 is aimed. It looks like it's a little bit high for his corner.
It does look high. 6-1. Boy, Paul's. He should probably kick if he can hit it square. Well, he's got to hit a rail afterwards. But if that 813 are frozen,
All he can do really is play safe off of the bottom of him.
yeah.
He's not anxious to break them up though, because he knows it doesn't help Dee the way they're sitting.
Keep in mind though, he needs 7 balls.
Exactly. That's why
Yeah.
you will have to break them at some point.
Yes.
I think I'd do that, Mark. I'd open them up right now, because it
Well-
also opens up banking lanes for him. He's not going to, though.
Well, that probably isn't too good. Now the one ball banks. That's a free shot, pretty much. If you can reach it. Left-handed, why not?
He doesn't want to leave a shot at that 2-ball. He's not that afraid of letting Paul shoot from the end rail at the 13. He's going to cross bank the 13, though.
I really thought
That's
he
a-
banked the one.
Yeah, this is a nice safe bank, though. You don't have to worry about anything. It's a free bank. Let's just say that.
Killed it and right hand, had
Boy,
to-
it did die on him. It did
but
die. He wanted to put a.
he spun the cue ball and so
Yeah.
he didn't run into anything.
He wanted to put that 13 right in front of the pocket. He wasn't that happy about that result. Now Paul was seriously thinking about 2-rail in that 10 ball, and he may yet do it. There's really nothing.
Dee won the overall in the year 2000, but I don't believe he has won the banks or the one pocket.
No, I thought he did win the banks
Yeah, I
when
don't
the year he won the overall. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's not. Is that possible?
Yeah, sure.
Just
If you finish high in all 3 divisions,
No, I mean, is it
finish-
possible that you're wrong?
huh?
I was.
I was wrong once. And then it was another day.
Yeah.
Well, he did not 2-rail the 10 ball. He put it down there on the spot. He just wanted to get it in play because he'd like to get all the balls down table if he could.
Yep. He cutting this in? Or what's he just going to cut it around the 8 ball?
He might be trying to cut it in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
like
cut
that. Look at
around the
this.
8
He hit
ball.
that ball so good. He hit that ball so good.
I didn't know it would fit.
Wow.
Now remember, he's got 6 balls. That's number 7.
And Paul Marquez has got to give him this ball.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
got no
yeah,
choice.
Right. So, if he can get to it.
I think he can get to it.
Although, if he could follow it in, there's probably he could probably get to that this one stripe. Wow.
Yeah, he wanted to follow it in because he spots up and blocks that.
No, but
Blocks that 10.
he's got a window there. I think he can get to this stripe. We're going to find out. So the penalty there is, number 1, the ball that was in the pocket spots up because it's an illegally pocketed ball, and 1 for the penalty of putting the cue ball in the pocket. So that's why he spotted 2 of them.
Let's see. He's looking at the 13. He's thinking about it. Now he's lining up for it.
Just roll it in. Try it again.
Does he really want to give up another ball? Let's see. He'll owe one. He'll owe one. Whoop. Sorry about that. It's probably still the right shot.
It probably is. It doesn't make any difference if you owe 1 or 5, basically.
He jumped it.
Yeah.
He jumped it.
Yeah, and it didn't come off the table. It got out of the pocket.
Get my ass kicked, but that was strong.
He-
I got another spot.
he owes a
Nothing to
ball.
spot.
He
He
owes
owes
a
one. Notice the penny on his side of the table.
Yeah.
Inside the diamond. That
In a
means
way,
he owes one.
you know what?
He got
it's
pretty
good.
fortunate.
Listen, if it's the 4th ball back, it can be cut in.
Yeah.
The 4th ball back on the spot will cut. The 3rd ball won't. Not sure.
I'm looking at this. The 8s, but the 8 could lay up to the pocket. But if he hits it full, I think he can stick the cue ball. He doesn't look like he's hitting a high ball. Oh, that was a cute little shot. He reads the ball.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Well, I think Paul can cut the 1 ball. In fact, I don't know that he has much choice.
He has to. Just about has to. Here we go. Take your time. You can't get impatient.
Oh, he banked it.
That was a nice shot. See, now those are some nice moves here.
Right. So far, Dee has not even considered clearing that 11 ball out. He may have second thoughts about this. He may have second thoughts. Does he really want to shoot the 1 down table? Yeah, now he's shooting the 11 ball. Just because you got him 6-0 doesn't mean he has to do anything wild. In fact, if anything, this is when you want to play conservative.
Yeah.
Now, ooh, boy, he's shooting the 1 at that 13 on the rail.
Shoot it smooth. Oh, he hit it a little too hard.
That was not a.
Yeah.
He gave Paul a little bit of an opening here.
Sure did, because the 13's bankable, but to keep the cue ball in line for that, he's got to hit it way too soft, and I don't think I'd trust it that soft. You want to shoot that shot with a little bit of authority, so it can't twiggle off.
What do you do? Just shoot a force follow, hit it real hard.
You can do that too. No, you can.
I know.
That's one that the newbies go crazy on.
Yeah.
What's he doing? It's a gimme, but he's on the rail, so you got to be a little careful.
That's the kind of shot Tang Ho would say. He went upstairs on that one. He's trying. Looks like he's slow rolling it.
Yeah.
He can cross that ball. I don't know. He might have got a little funny on it there. Let's see. Oh no, he's going to shoot the 1. He's going to bank the 1. Made that one.
Look at the cue ball. This guy plays pretty good.
Well, like I said, Dee gave him an opening when he tried that 1 ball shot into the 13, which he didn't have to shoot. He could have just cleared the 11 out. He'd still have him 6-0. Now, by taking a chance, it's going to be 6-3, and it might get worse.
This is the game that's a matter of, you can't even say inches, you can say quarter inches. If that 6th ball would have fallen in, Dee would be having 7. The guy, it just good shot.
Well, he wanted to come up and hit the 8, but he hit that 15 first. He can bank the bank the 8. This is a free bank.
Yep.
I don't think the 9 goes by those 3 balls, but he's focused on this bank first.
I don't know if he hit it hard enough.
He didn't hit it hard enough, but he's got it covered pretty well.
6 balls on the table. Really? Well, he owes a couple balls.
He owes 8 ball.
Yeah. So he's only got 2 balls. Wow. All that work and he still only got 2 to the good. I think.
Yep.
Yeah. 6-2.
Well,
8, 9, 10, 15. Yeah.
He made 3 balls there off an error by Dee Atkins. And Dee has got a little problem with this 8 ball. It looks like he can kick off the side rail and hit it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Any questions? So here's the thing. All that work, and he just goes plunk, plunk.
Yeah, right.
That's it. All right. 2-2 is the game count. This is the Hill game. Immediately after this match, we will have Shane versus Oscar, and that'll be the hot seat match, and that'll be the end match of the game, of the night. Noon o'clock tomorrow. Can't tell you who's playing yet, because they're still fighting it out on the loser's side.
Oscar is one guy that can give Shane a little trouble. Oscar is a very heady player and has really developed his game in the last. Well, Dee Atkins has taken a break.
Yeah, you're right. Oscar has a lot of knowledge, but he's still learning one pocket, admittedly.
Yeah.
He's another person. He executes pretty well. See, and that's the difference. So if he just has to keep his execution in line with his, imagination.
Well, it's that knowledge of the game too.
Yeah.
That's vitally important. And Oscar admitted to me, he said, I like to watch the good one-pocket players. He said, that's how I learn. We'll see how much he learned because he's going to be up against one of the best.
And I've said it many, many times. You can really learn by watching one pocket. Not so much rotational pool and stuff like that. You can really learn in one pocket.
Oh, you'll see all kinds of things that you didn't think. It's like, that's
Concepts,
where I learned.
yeah.
From watching good players, I learned that you don't have to bank the ball towards the pocket. You can bank the ball towards the side of the pack or the bottom of the pack, and it can work out really well for you. And, I mean, I'm like every other pool player. When I learned how to shoot bank shots, the only concept I had in my head was to bank towards the pocket. But I found that in one pocket, half the time, you're not banking towards the pocket. You're banking towards balls.
I learned one time it's extremely important to keep your banking lanes open, especially the long ones.
Right.
Otherwise, you're crippled.
Right.
You know, there is no one rail bank. Everything's 2 and 3, and that's.
Yeah, if you get balls all jammed up on your side, you've got to move some over a little bit.
Yeah, you're just. You're going to run out of everything otherwise. All right, here we go. These guys have been breaking terrible. So let's see. They got a missed kiss in that last ball.
He breaks from the right.
Well, he's pretty close to the rail.
Yeah.
And see, it digs in behind that second ball. See,
Ooh.
He did ticky it.
Yeah. He was lucky there.
He was lucky.
I think that break, you've got to get the cue ball further out from the rail than that.
I agree.
Hey, Filipino style, behind the back.
I think Donnie Branson's still in the tournament, but I'm not sure. I don't have the charts. If you want to look at the charts, ctsondemand.com. I know that this is the fellow that beat Lutman. And Gary said he played pretty good.
Uh-oh. This could be, oh, wow. Well, he can still cut this ball in. Dee's got the opening shot. This is one where I'm just going to try and cinch the ball. I'm not going to try and do too much with a cue ball. I don't care if you run into the 8 or not. You're going to probably hit the top of the 8. Yeah, like that. You're going to hit the top of the 8 anyway.
Yeah.
He's got a shot. He can cut that 11 ball. This would be huge if he cuts this 11 ball in. I don't. Maybe he wants to shoot the 10. I'd rather go the other way. You shoot the 10, you're shooting the cue ball out into open air. You shoot the 11, and there's a whole host of balls that you might shoot.
That 11 goes. That's the one you shoot.
That's the one. There he goes. Now he can reach it.
I swear he's using low ball and left English.
Boy,
that always
he
scares
killed
me.
that ball.
Yeah.
Did he ever kill that ball? He's got a real good chance to get some balls here. That behind the back stuff didn't work out too well for Paul Marquez. It might cost him the match.
Uh-oh, over the ball? Nope.
He's okay.
He's okay.
He's all right. He can go up and get behind the 10.
Yeah, I don't know if he can hold it for the bank shot.
He wants to keep running balls if he can.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. He hits just the absolute worst possible spot.
He needed to hit the 5 ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It just tucked right into it. That's,
you see how quickly he shot that?
Yeah, but he
didn't waste any time there.
Yeah. That was just a bad. That man, oh man.
I'm not sure what he was thinking was going to happen there, but.
Yeah, if he hits the 5, he's got a shot.
I really thought he was going to go forward and go 2 rails around the 10 and shoot the 10 next. But he went this way. What did he make? Did he make 4 balls here? Let's see. 4 4s, 8, 9, 10, 11. He got 4 where it looked like he was going to get 6.
Yeah.
So a little bit of an opening for Paul Marquez. But Dee did a good job of tying up that cue ball.
But if he'd hit that 5, he would have had probably
Oh, yeah.
guaranteed 6.
He might have been out.
Yeah.
Bank the 10 towards your pocket. I don't know if that's a 10 or the 12. That's a 12.
I think Paul did not hit a rail on that shot or something. You know, he had to. Thought he moved it. Oh, he's moving the penny to
Yeah,
the center
yeah,
of the
yeah.
table. No, there's a penny right there by his.
This is a good bank. It's gonna. The speed is really good.
Speed's real good. Yeah, see, there's a penny over there. He owes 1 still. Paul's in trouble.
Yeah.
Plays a nice game, though.
Just a couple little careless shots have proven costly in this match for Paul Marquez.
Oh, Lord, Joe Blackburn's here. You know Joe.
Sure.
Yeah, everybody knows Joe.
Say it isn't so, Joe.
No, he's not in town. There's nothing going on.
Yeah.
He's in what, Tennessee these days?
Yeah.
Yes. Slow
That ball
down.
really shortened up. That ball really
Yeah, but if
shortened.
he could have almost hit it. Now I can't tell if Dee can see that ball in his corner or not.
He's going to shoot the 1.
Yeah.
Free shot. Just roll it down the pocket.
Yep.
And it might even tickle off that strike ball.
Yep. Ooh, hit it fat.
That's okay. It's good. He put Paul in jeopardy here.
Paul's in serious jeopardy. What are we doing here?
He's banking the ball. Again, look at which side he's leaving the cue ball
Yeah,
on.
and look where the 8 ball is. Now he's probably going to, he might, he loves this banking the 8.
Banking under the balls.
Into the 9 or the 13 or whatever it is,
Yeah.
and then dragging it.
Even if he goes rail first and hits the bottom of the 5 and the 7, it's going the right direction.
Yeah.
See, that leaving the cue ball on that side of the pack is going to get you broke in one pocket, I'll tell you. That's all. See, this is where Dee's strength is. Look what he does with the cue ball.
He moves so well.
Yeah. Look what
He moves.
I'll tell you what. The only thing Paul can do is kick off the end rail and make the 1 if he wants to prolong this game. He's going to have to come down here and look up table and say,
Just
here,
roll
I got to
it.
bite the bullet.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big ball to hit, though.
To hit, but it's an easy ball not to make.
If you don't make it, you might as well kiss the game away.
Right. Because he's got to aim to hit the rail first.
You're right.
Because if he tries cutting it, that ball's not even going to be. Yeah.
When you got a shot like this, all you want to do is try to hit it the best you can. Oh, look at this. This is not going to help him here. He's going to make this ball.
Well,
but this is not going to save him. I hate to tell you that. This is.
evidently he can't. He has no line to hit the 1.
Oh, he could have gone to the end rail.
No, I'm saying that
He doesn't really
Dee
need a
has
line.
no.
He could shoot the 10 into the 1. For that matter.
Yeah, but he can't leave. He doesn't want to leave this 13 or who knows what.
He might be able to shoot the 8 and the 8 and the 12.
I think that's what he's looking at.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Yeah, he had.
How about just make the 12?
Why
make it so hard?
It made no sense for Paul to shoot that shot.
Yeah.
He left Dee with a wealth of opportunity there. Do all kinds of things.
There's 6. I didn't really
Why?
think that's what he wanted to do. I thought
Well,
he was going to do rail and drag it over, but he's got a bank shot.
Yeah, he played shape to bank the 8, which is okay because he banks good.
Oh, he banks good. Now, if he makes this, he's liable to get up and shoot that stripe in.
thought he would try to do more with that shot, but he wants to bank this ball.
He didn't. Well,
I guess he
nipped
couldn't
the
see it.
7. Yeah,
Yeah.
he nipped the 7.
Did he hit the 7 going across
Yeah.
the table? Wow.
Well, he hit the 7 going towards the 8. Yeah,
Yeah.
He did not hit the 8 clean.
You know what? He must not have. He didn't see it well.
He couldn't. I don't think
He didn't want to
couldn't see
hit the
enough.
7
Yeah,
first.
no, he couldn't see enough of it.
He's getting as cross-eyed as you and me.
Oh, well,
Oh well.
that's what I need.
That's a very deep subject,
Yeah,
Mark.
yeah. So I need a spot. What's the spot? Take one eye out.
Oh boy. Well, Dee Atkins has got way the best of it this rack, even though Paul has a small advantage in these balls right now.
He's a really quality player.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's not ashamed. He's not powering the balls in straight, but he's just finessing everything.
Well, it was kind of baffling to me when he hit the edge of that 7 ball
Yeah.
just now. That's just he didn't get down and line it up right, because I guarantee you he was shooting directly at the 8.
Yes, he
at
was.
least he thought he was.
True.
Now, don't get me wrong. I've done the same thing. I've hit the edge of the ball when I thought I was shooting
Yep.
past of it. Whoa, where
Yeah.
you going there?
Yeah.
He can make this 9 ball.
I'm wondering.
I think he can. Is that the 13 ball?
Looks like they're pointed up a little bit.
It might be.
Well,
you know how you can make him? You can make him off the 8.
yeah.
You can draw the ball off the 8 and hit it that way, and it will go in.
You could also make it off a cluster ball, but that's getting precision.
This is the kind of this is the kind of shot where I like the really good players get very creative here. But I'll tell you what, you can make that 13 ball. It's just how you got to hit it.
I'm just wondering if he.
I think he's going for it. Watch
Yeah,
this. Watch
yeah,
this. Slide
yeah.
off the 8 into
Yeah.
the 5 ball. See, zip, it went
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
He was hoping that ball would go 2 rails out of the corner
Yeah,
and come down
see,
towards his pocket. He's got a bank though.
Yeah.
If he's got any opportunity at all, he can thank Dee for that miss hit on the 7 ball. Here's another.
Yeah.
This
Now
ain't
remember,
bad.
he owed one, so now he's even, I believe.
Oh, he does owe one. Let's see. There it goes.
Well, looks
He owes
like,
one.
looks like he has one.
Yeah, he's got
Okay,
one now.
Okay. 6-1. That'd be 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. 6-1 is the score.
Smart shot. Just
the
clear those balls
basic,
out.
Just get them out of there, yeah. Now things may start moving upstream.
Dee Atkins got a big advantage in this
Oh, yeah.
case game. 6
yeah.
to 1 in balls.
I hear you.
Yeah. Been a long day at the office.
Yeah, I got one more day after this one. And then the real week starts Monday.
Back to work?
Back to work. Oh.
You can't be an absentee owner of these businesses, kids. Mark's had several. I've had 2 and been partners in 2 others, and I'll tell you what, I worked a 50 and 60-hour week, always. Dee doesn't mind moving balls up table.
No.
He may shoot this 7 ball and go up behind those other balls. Let's see. Kind of like that. That's. Ooh. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to double kiss it.
No. I think he left that stripe.
See, even good players are human and make mistakes. And will Paul Marquez take advantage of this, though? God, if he can get behind those balls on the other side of the table.
Boy.
So far, so good.
What a huge mistake.
This is where the really good players just get up there and run out.
Yeah.
The guys that win one-pocket tournaments.
Yeah. Well, you have to be able to pocket.
You got to
And
you got to pocket.
You got to be able to pocket the ball.
Yeah. When you finally get a shot, you got to be able to follow through. He got one, he got two. That's a good shot. He'll like that one.
Excellent shot. He's going to pick these two off. So it's going to be 6-5 at least. That's just these two.
Listen, he could win the
does-
game if he could
You're
pocket
absolutely
ball
right.
strong enough right here.
You're absolutely right. This is a seesaw game. Ooh, he wanted to go tweak further, I think.
He's okay.
He's
still.
okay,
He
but
can get
it's-
behind that 3 ball.
He can, but he would have much preferred to be to the right about 6 inches.
He didn't have quite the angle he needed.
Yeah.
He needed to
Yeah.
he needed to hit a little bit harder and move.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he'd have moved over 2 inches farther, it would have been great. He might still be able to get behind these balls. I'm
He
not
can,
sure.
but it makes the making. You got to make the ball. And you start getting too many things going on in your head. You get.
This is all because of one error that Dee Atkins made. Look at this. He got behind him. Now he's got a little bit of a problem. But he can make it 6-6 real quick from nowhere. He was 6-1 a minute ago.
Yeah. Wow. 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 The hot seat match is immediately after this. Shane and Oscar.
You know, I like going forward, coming off the bottom of the 6 ball, and then banking the 3 next. Just hit high English. Anywhere you stop, you're going to have a bank on the 3.
You got to make it.
Oh, why did he do
You've
that?
got to make it.
Why did he hit it so hard? Mark, he didn't have to. That was
Yeah.
like,
If he was going to do that, he should have just hit it hard enough to play safe and get behind the 3.
that's a brain fart
Yeah,
right there. Let me tell you.
yeah.
It didn't matter. Anywhere he stopped, he could have banked that 3 ball from.
Got greedy.
And he missed that ball badly.
Evidently, the chat is saying that the ball count was off because.
I think he could still shoot
because
to the
Paul made a ball on the side last time and it didn't get spotted. That ended up being this one ball. Yeah.
Well,
I did remember seeing, but that.
D's on the hill. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if that's right.
Well, there's about 4 or 5 people. You can't just go by that either. But
Yeah.
I think I did see one go on the side, but I don't remember what shot it was.
I thought.
And
they
there's
spotted
not a ref on this.
I thought they
it's just,
spotted it up. I thought everything was kosher, but I could be wrong. Oh, look at this. He can't make the 9 past the 8. He did not get position. He's on the hill. It should be 7-5 now.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see that other. Yeah. Here comes our main man, Steve.
Which Steve?
Isn't that Steven?
Oh, yeah, he's here. Yeah, he'll knock it up. Yeah. 7-5, Mr. Steve. Oh, I see. He was more concerned in ordering his. Well, I was going to say cheeseburger, hamburger. It looks like a BLT maybe. Patty melt.
Well, Paul Marquez had a golden opportunity and made some good shots, but then when he really had a chance to.
He played great. I hate to say played. Put past tense.
Well, it's not over yet. That's for sure.
Oh no.
He made a match out of it.
He sure did. Yeah, even David Sapos is saying the 10 ball drop on the side, so it was this game that when he went into the pack.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does that mean Marquez got an extra ball out of that deal?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what it
okay.
means.
I thought he ran 4 balls.
Well, I think he did. Well, he owed one too, remember? So he spotted the ball he owed. Yep.
Look at this shot. Look at this little beauty. This match is not over.
Wow.
He made that shot and missed that easy one a little while ago, but go figure.
Oh, I'm sure it's an honest error, and I try to stay out of that.
Yeah.
And no refs unless they're called. You're right. We're not.
No, we
you know,
can't.
you
We can't say anything.
No. I mean, that you have to have.
I
2 or
made that
3.
mistake about 15 years ago. The commentator, I was working on some World Pool Championship or something, and there was something happened, and I knew it was a mistake, and I took my headset off and told one of the referees, that was on the sideline, and I learned real quick. You're the commentator. Stay out of the match.
Yeah.
I learned real quick. Oh boy. Well, you know what it is,
That
Mark.
looks pretty
Whoa,
good.
He hit
Looks
that ball
good.
pretty good. It's a little short.
Yeah.
You know, Mark, I'm so used to being the referee that it was automatic for me to say something when I saw where they were making a mistake. But the director squawked in my ear. He said, "Don't ever do that again. Don't ever go down and talk to the referee." I said, "Okay, I got it. I got the message." He'll kick behind this ball.
Well, Dee needs 1. Paul needs 2. I don't see a real shot for Dee. I don't think he can two-rail that. He can't even try to two-rail it. Yeah, he
Just
just,
playing safe.
that's all he can do. And he's got to keep that 9 way over on the right-hand side because this guy likes those off-angled, you know. Is he going to kick this one in? He
Better
did the
not.
other one, remember?
He's thinking about 3-railing it.
Yeah.
I think he is. Boy, let's see. I don't know. Oh, one rail,
Well,
but that ball.
No, he kept it in play.
Wow, that ball really.
See,
Kind of
they're
fell in
well,
there.
some are going, some are coming in, some are going out. It's just, I think it's just a little dirt. They little hit something or who knows what. It's hard to say.
Look at that. He gave
One
him
ball.
that ball. Boy, the complexion of this game really changed quickly. Dee Atkins was in total control, made one mistake. And all of a sudden, here we are, Hill, 2 games apiece.
Yeah. We're down
2
to
games
one ball.
apiece and 1 ball. 1 ball for the. Uh-oh. He wanted to make it. It's not going to hurt him too bad. Well, this is what you want to see. 1 ball for the match.
Well,
and to get in the money.
And remember, maybe we'll see a shot like
Oh, the Elcano made?
Elcano
Crazy.
made.
Well, that was an unconscious shot.
Yeah. That was unbelievable.
Now,
shot.
this is a Grady shot. Grady will kick behind that ball and kick it towards his pocket.
Yeah, because it's cross corner, right? Yes.
But the problem with that is if you kick,
What's he?
if you're
is
not
he
kicking,
shooting with left English?
I don't know about.
No, so he's not. He's not.
He's trying to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Now, see, Grady also says if you're more than 2 balls off the point, you cut it in, and he's
Yeah.
way. So this is a
He's gonna shoot at
no-brainer.
it.
You cut it in. Yeah.
He's going to shoot at it.
Yeah.
This guy's got a good eye.
Yeah.
He's about 50-50 on this shot. Oh my God,
Well,
he made it all right.
You
The
have
long
to
ball.
overcut that ball. You aim to overcut it, because if you overcut it, then 2 balls are spotted up.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if he loses this match, he's going to be kicking himself.
Well, he's
in the
supposed to
butt all
lose
the
it
way
at
up.
this point.
Wow. We had almost given him this match. We'd almost given it to him. Maybe I had mentally.
Yeah.
And then
You're right.
he
Wow,
hit
wow,
that. He failed to hit that 8 ball on that cross corner bank, and everything turned around after that. All Paul Marquez got to do is make a spot shot, and he didn't. Oh, look at this.
Well, he tried to roll it. You know, when I was growing up, how many spot shots did you shoot in your life? A million.
A million.
And now, in the last 10 years, how many have you shot? 2? I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, right.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Look
Struggled
at this for the
and in.
match. Wow.
Back to Hill.
This
And straight in the hole.
unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Well, there you go. We've seen it
Folks,
all here in this match.
That's one pocket. That was a good game. Good match. All right, we're going to take a 2-second break. Come